Do I really think Thor can pull the 501 kilos? Hey everybody, Nick Best here. We're doing our second QA. You guys liked the first one so much, so we're about to just jump right on in. So the first question is do I intend to grow a Gandalf beard? No, I do not intend to grow a Gandalf beard. But I will grow it like this, more of a goatee. I'll still keep the stuff on the sides, but I'm going to grow it down here to where I can put it in like a little bit of a braid and stuff like that. I think that'll be kind of cool. Until Callie can't deal with it anymore, and then I'll cut it down a little bit, but that's what I intend to do. Do I think Thor will be able to do the 501 deadlift? Yeah, I think Thor is going to be able to do the 501 deadlift. From all the videos I've seen, he looks very strong. The next question comes, will it be a world record and should it count? During these times, we really don't have much of a choice. He's been training hard, he's prepared and ready to go. Yeah, I think it should count as long as the weights are all weighed out, measured, calibrated. They have, a quality referee there, which is Magnus. So if he does it, it should count. It should be interesting in the future. I mean, the Arnold has a thing where guys come and specifically just do world records and actually don't compete in the Arnold Strongman contest. So I would basically say that this is going to be very similar. Plus, most of the Guinness Book of World Records, I used to watch that TV show when I was a kid. And most of those records were also, somebody knew what the record was and it was one guy trying to break the record. So it's basically going to be, in my opinion, that. It doesn't diminish anything that Eddie Hall did, because Eddie Hall will always be the first person to pull over 500 kilos. I do believe Thor will do it, but I also do believe there will be a couple other guys within the next year or two that are capable of pulling that type of weight. So if Thor does break it, will someone else break it in the next year or two? I think it's possible. Do I think Thor can pull more than everybody else and keep the record? I also think that's very possible as well. And by the time you also see this, Thor will have already pulled it or not pulled it. So that's just my opinion. We'll see what happens. The question is there any specific event or competition that I'm training for? Well, as of yesterday, I was training for the Giants Live show in Florida, August 15th, which as of today has been canceled. So I'm just going to keep training, trying to get bigger, stronger, more flexible, and quicker, and just get ready for when we get back to normal. Because right now we're kind of stuck. There's nothing we can go. There's no place we can do anything to go compete, so we just got to stay, just going to use the off-season time to train and get better. So the question is how fast can I run a mile? Right now, probably not very fast. I'd probably have to say maybe 7:30 to 8-minute mile. My best mile though, when I was younger and lighter, a lot lighter, was 5 minutes and 15 seconds. So that was my best mile. But right now, I'd say between 7:50 and 8 minutes. I'm doing a decent amount of cardio right now. My age when I ran the 5:15 mile was 20 years old. I was 20 years old. The question is do I have any tips from transitioning from powerlifting to strongman? Yes, I do. One, learn how to do Atlas stones first. First thing. The log comes a little bit easier, and when you learn how to pick up the stone, it also teaches you how to clean the log, so that will help immensely as far as that goes. Yoke, farmer's walk are very similar movements. So the biggest tip though is get a hold of somebody who's got a good kit, who's got a good training facility that you can get a hold of equipment and learn on. Do not start really heavy. Learn the techniques first. You might be able to lift it, no problem, but if you don't learn the technique to do it first, that's where you're gonna get hurt. So start a little bit light and get through the training for the first 6 to 8 weeks, doing things that are medium to medium heavy before you really turn on the gas and get after it. So start off slow. So the next question is any tips for somebody who's over 45 and hasn't been lifting very long and wants to still get gains at an advanced age. Yeah, my first tip, our connective tissue gets stronger as we get older and we can handle more weight. The problem is we lose the elasticity, I always have a hard time saying that, in our tendons and connective tissue. So what you have to do most and foremost is stretch and keep your flexibility. So do that, and then your strength training, 3 days a week for you would be plenty. If you do that and your body's fully recovered before you work out, each time you go to work out, you're gonna get gains. That's just how it is. The next question that came in is they said they think I'm pretty cool, which is nice. And what is my best strict curl? I haven't the slightest idea. I wish I could tell you, but I have no idea because it doesn't apply to strongman and it doesn't apply to powerlifting, so couldn't tell you. But thanks for asking and thanks for thinking I'm cool. So the next is more of a statement than a question. It says, I look so cool in those glasses, love my content. Thanks for the glasses. It's just part of what happens when you get older, I guess. Which is also why I'm not wearing them today, because people did make comments on how funny I looked in the glasses. Plus, I was reading the questions and moving them up and down. We've pre-picked them this time and we're able to not read them and go. So the next question is can I do a backflip? Yeah, I can do a backflip on a trampoline or I can do a backflip into the pool. I would never do one on the grass or the ground or anything else because I really don't want to hurt that bad if I did miss. So the next question is how much does the beard add to my lifts? I'm gonna have to say a good 10-15%. It gets me motivated and kind of puts me like in a mean type of character so that I can lift more weight. The next question is what is my favorite workout? My favorite workout is basically squats and deads and yoke and farmers. They're my favorite things to work out because I love doing them and I'm good at them. So I enjoy doing them. So the next question is what is my favorite memory from the strongest man in history? I'm gonna have to say breaking Paul Anderson's carousel lift record, doing 2,791 pounds, was pretty cool for me. And it was a great memory because his wife was on the carousel, his daughter was on the carousel, his son-in-law was on the carousel, and his grandchildren were on the carousel when I did it. So that was kind of really cool and a really special thing for me. And that was definitely by far my favorite thing. So the next question is what is my caloric intake to maintain size and strength? For me personally, if I eat between 6,000 and 7,000 calories a day, I maintain my size and strength at about 310 pounds. If I start eating more, which I have, I go up about 8,000 calories a day. Right now I'm weighing about 318, so I'm feeling pretty good. My goal is to probably get to about 325 for the next Giants Live show that I do. And so that's what my caloric intake is. The next question is what age is a strongman in his prime? I'm gonna have to say as long as you avoid injury. I'm 51 now and I'm still kind of in my prime. I'm able to squat very heavy, pull very heavy, and do all these things. But as injuries take their toll, that's when your career is going to end. Well, heck, I mean, I did a 900-pound squat when I was 51 in this here very garage. So as long as you avoid injury, I haven't hit that limit yet. The next question is what is 9 plus 10? 21! The next question is what is the most heavy weight I've ever lifted? The most weight I've ever lifted in one single thing would be the carousel lift on the strongest man in history at 2,791 pounds. I've also done a hip lift at 2,514 pounds, and my best squat here in this gym is 925 pounds. So the biggest bench I ever did raw was 635 when I was before I tore the pec. The biggest deadlift I've ever pulled is 881 from the floor, but that's without straps. So the next question comes in, what was my first job? Well, besides paver boy, I don't really count that as a job. So when I was 16, I had a job cleaning pools here in Las Vegas. So I go out during the summer, and a couple times on the week, and I go out Saturdays and Sundays on the weekends when I was in school. But during summer break, I would go out and clean pools. About 8 to 10 hours a day out in the heat. So it wasn't a boring job, because sometimes you'd walk in on entertainers' houses and they'd be sunbathing while you're cleaning their pools. So that kept things quite interesting as a teenager. Might have fell in the pool a time or two, or 3. So the next question is from actually the kid behind the camera, which is Dylan. How do I think adding jiu-jitsu into my training is going to help? I'm learning a lot of jiu-jitsu from Frank Mir now, and it's pretty darn amazing. I think it's going to help a lot with my mobility and help me with my flexibility immensely. Plus, it's just fun to do. And it's going to help me a lot with cardio, because it's amazing what happens when you're in guard and there's somebody on top of you and you're rolling around. So it's pretty darn cool. I think it's going to help immensely. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for today. If you have any more questions, put them down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.